What is up, YouTube? It is me, NexGenSlayer, and today I will be doing a Napoleon Total War commentary. This is my first battle I'll be commentating over on Napoleon Total War. My opponent was Philip, 87 Freeman, and as you can see, I'm NexGenSlayer. This is on the Spanish Lakeside, and I will be commanding the French army, while I'm not sure what he was commanding. I think it was the Austrian. I'll see when we get in the game, and I'll tell you then. But yeah, I'm new to Napoleon Total War and Total War in general. Not really new to it, like new, but like I've seen videos of it and all that on YouTube, and I've quite enjoyed it, watching it. Like Prince of Macedon, he was the guy who got me started on Napoleon Total War and just Total War in general. I don't know how I started watching his videos. I just came upon his channel, I guess. But basically, I'm going to explain what I'm going to be doing. I'm just lining up a lot of my army over here. Let's just pause the game real quick, go over my units. We have Fusilier line, I'll be lining up over here. Lancers, I have 2 units of Lancers, I believe. Chasseurs, Voltigeurs, I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm butchering the names, so forgive me with the names. 6-inch howitzer, line infantry right here, more Fusiliers line. He was the host of this battle. I'd never host the battles just because for some reason my Steam crashes or something, like it just won't work. But here's another unit, Fusiliers. I believe I have I have several Fusiliers unit, like line infantry. But here's another Fusiliers lining up, and I have an old guard over here, a young guard. These are my elites, I believe young guard's elite. Yep. 1 unit of grenadiers. My general staff. He's not a historical general. I believe this. I don't know how you get a historical general. I'm a noob at this, remember. But anyways, here is my starting line, and I'm just gonna fast forward to this because basically all I'm doing is setting up my army. As I said, I will be placing the bulk of my army over on this side of the field. That way I can take this ridge and hilltop up here, or that's my hopes of the battle at least. So let's take a look at his army. He's got 1 unit of dragoons over on his left flank. That would be my right. They're charging up the hill. Another unit of cavalry, which is just Cossack cavalry. Not much of a difference, I don't believe. A unicorn, which a 10-pounder unicorn. My bad. Yeah, I don't really like the unicorns because I feel like they're just not fair, like compared to the howitzers. But he did not specify any rules, so whatever. Lifeguard foot, those are his elites over here. Just some grenadiers, musketeers, which are his line. More musketeers, more musketeers, musketeers. A lot of musketeers. So, what is this? I believe this is his light infantry. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. But yes, he's the Russian army, not the Austrian, my bad. About that earlier. Lifeguard horse, his elite horse. So he's got a lot of good cavalry compared to mine. He has 4 units of cavalry, experimental howitzer, and 4-pounder artillery. So I got him a little bit in the numbers of infantrymen, but he's got the numbers in horses and artillery. So what I'm doing is I got my cavalry up here. I just wanted to get my horses up here so I could take the ridge before he did. He was able to get up here, and I couldn't like stop him from coming up here since he spawned right next to the ridge as I did. But I was able to take the middle of the ridge, which was nice. And he does have some troops coming up the back. He's got his unicorn, which will do some damage if I don't take it out. His lifeguard foot, and his grenadiers are pulling up the rear, which should be good if he's effective with guarding his horsemen. But what I'm gonna do is try to get my Voltigeurs and move up and take out some of his dragoons over here. But this battle, I was new to the game. I've only played a few battles, and so my problem was lining up my troops. So what you'll see is my troops are kind of bunched up here, which is not good. He could easily just charge it if he was being like diligent and paying attention, but his dragoons are just gonna get lit up pretty bad right here until he takes notice and does something about it. But my problem is the troops behind are shooting the troops in front, so that's not very good. And I don't think I had them set to light infantry, which would have made them crouch and duck down. So I'm trying to like stop my troops from back here coming up and just get them situated. As you can see, I'm gonna flank around here too. And on the other side of the field, I brought up my other Lancer unit. I kind of forget about them for quite a while, but my goal is to try and do something here. Not much I could do. This right now will be my reserve units. Basically, my opponent, Philip, he was basically a camper for most of the match. He didn't do much about like back here. That spoils it, but it doesn't really spoil it. Then again, because you're gonna just see that most of his units are just gonna sit here. And most of the battle does go on the ridge, so we're gonna take a look at that, closer look. Pretty cool looking at the Voltigeurs up close and seeing them shoot. There's my linemen behind. I believe that's on my line. The shouting, muskets. So now I have them in skirmish mode, as you can see. Now these men can shoot over them without hurting them. And that would be his 10-pounder unicorns back there. Where are they? Back there. So that's good, but if he was smart, he would have moved his cavalry, because they're just getting lit up right now. And although his lifeguard are kind of protecting them, they're also kind of shooting his own cavalry, which is kind of dumb. So I'm assuming that he was a new opponent too, a new person to the game. So yeah, I had these men run up around so that I could flank and hopefully take out this cavalry and aid my men on the front line, taking out his lifeguard. That was the plan, at least. So we'll see how that goes. So my Fusiliers are here, and I was new, so basically what I'm saying is a lot of the people that I play against, it's tough to like beat a tough opponent, because a lot of the people I play have been playing this game a lot longer. I've only had this game for a week, and so I've only played it for a few hours, and it's been quite fun. I still enjoy watching the battles, like Prince of Macedon. I also have Rome Total War 2. As you can see, his dragoons are basically about to be routed. He has no chance with them. But my Voltigeurs, once again, pronounced wrong. They're taking heavy fire from that artillery, and what I probably should have done was taken my cavalry and charged up to try and take out these his cannons back there. But instead, I'm just gonna have them charge up and attack, I believe, his cavalry, maybe his old guard, his life guard. Yeah. So I'm just gonna take out his life guard with my cavalry. I also should have halted my fire with my men, because I'm also killing my own cavalry, which is not good. But yeah, he's gonna line up his grenadiers to try and take and match my Fusiliers, getting pounded a little bit from behind. I believe is 20-pounder unicorns are facing my troops, so that's why I'm moving up and trying to get behind this ridge, so I'm protected. So yeah, my Voltigeurs finally rout. His lifeguard were able to hold the line. I didn't realize they were lifeguard, I just thought they were linemen, so that was part of my problem. They're elites, and I had skirmishers. I should have had them on skirmish mode or something, but yeah, my Fusiliers should be doing good. They're doing good right now, holding that line, and I don't know what he's doing. He's moving up closer. Maybe he's out of range, I'm not sure. But yeah, he's just getting lit up now, getting shot. So my men are demoralized over here, but I still have my general over here, which I don't really do anything. This is basically once I take the ridge. If I take the ridge, my goal will be to charge up the middle and attack his front line, because once I have the ridge, I can just flank him pretty easily. And as you can see, I had my cavalry targeting these troops, but I didn't have them charging. I didn't realize that. I just had them walking towards it, which wasn't good. So we'll just check out close-ups over here. Okay, so his grenadiers just threw some grenades. We're gonna see the effects of that a little bit. And I just charged in my cavalry. That did demoralize my troops, and he was able to rout them, make my troops retreat. But yeah, he's not gonna have too much chance with my cavalry, or is he? Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Grenadiers are pretty good at being just, I don't know, they're good at melee. That's what I'm trying to say. But I didn't realize that because I haven't really looked up too much into the game. Over here, my men charged his Russian foot, his elites over here, and they were able to rout once again because I thought I was charging linemen, but apparently they were elites. So I had no idea what I was doing on the ridge over here, and he's gonna charge up to my Chevalier Lancers, my Lager Lancers, and basically attack them. And I believe I'll realize this in a moment. I don't know. Yeah. So my problem here was my artillery was right here, so he's able to rout those easily because artillery can't really stand up to any type of other soldiers. And you can appreciate the graphics over here. I have the graphics on high right now, which is really nice, and my computer is really good at handling this kind of stuff. But yeah, he's targeting my reserve, but I believe he's not doing much damage. He hasn't done any damage yet. And as you can see, I've lined up my artillery right in front of this building, and they aren't really doing anything except blowing up this little house, which wasn't very smart. But yeah, let's go back to the main action. So these are his grenadiers. They're just walking. They're out of range right now from my chasseurs, so that's good for me. And I rout them pretty easily because they're already depleted pretty bad. And over here, his elites are finally routed by my horsemen. They're good, but even my Jaegers, when they're right next to them, rout them pretty easily, which is nice. And I believe right about now I'm gonna notice that my soldiers are just walking over here, my horsemen. So we're gonna try and fix this. I think I noticed. Do I? Maybe not. We'll just watch, see what happens. But yeah, they're just gonna walk up. Now I realize what happened, so we're gonna charge his cavalry and his howitzers, or no, those are the 6-pounders, I believe. But yeah, we're just gonna try and get rid of those artillery pretty fast, and hopefully that'll work. But I see that I'm outmanned with the horses, so I'm gonna retreat and wait again. And if he was smart, he would follow me with his horsemen. But yeah, I did play on this map game right before this against somebody else. I thought it was the same guy. It was one of the quick battles, but I lagged out, so that sucked. But I was gonna originally charge up all my men up here, but then I saw my opponent moved up the ridge, so that's how I learned I should probably take the ridge next time I play this map. And the next battle I played was this map, so that was great. And now I'm just gonna shoot at his soldiers, which is dumb. I don't know why I didn't just charge up. So this battle was much like a learning experience and learning curve for me. I'm used to like Call of Duty and stuff, not strategy, but after this, I'm a little bit better at the game now, so the next few battles you'll see will be better. As you can see, I'm charging with these men. Hopefully, I've turned the friendly fire off. Yep, I turned the fire at will off, which is good. So we're just gonna play this again, and he does charge after me, I do notice over here, with his cavalry, and so we're just gonna play this, and I counter charge him, because he did not like fall all the way up. He was just trying to scare me off, which didn't work, but I saw that his troops were pretty demoralized since they were far away from his soldiers, and my lancers were able to make them rout and run off, which was nice. And so I did overtake his unicorn over here. I love saying that. I took his unicorn. But yeah, so over here, let's see, nothing going on back here still. And I do have these soldiers in reserve, the chasseurs. Those are just my light infantry, I believe. Yeah, my light infantry. And my skirmisher unit, Voltigeurs, over here. And so now my strategy is to try and flank him, since I've taken the ridge and there's not much he can do. He's got musketeers lined up, which is good, but if I were him, since I'm not doing anything back here, I would have supported those musketeers with several other units and lined them up in a 2-rank file, kind of like my soldiers are over here. That would have been smart, or even a 1-rank file. That would have been good too. Is it row or rank? I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, we're gonna check out his general over here. Yeah, it's just general staff. It doesn't say any historical figure. But yeah, I enjoyed commentating over these actually. So I'm gonna try and line up over here. I got the hill, so I do have the advantage, but I'm also at a big disadvantage because I'm getting pounded by his artillery, and that hurts a lot, especially when I'm in a 2-rank file, 3 back here, but that 4 back there. That doesn't count though. So yeah, and luckily I believe I can fire over their heads, because I could have fired over their heads, but I think it's out of range. And since I have 2 units of linemen over here, actually those are just lights. No, those are linemen and these are lights, so they have good range. And he's gonna be smart, and he's finally gonna bring up another unit of musketeers, which is smart. So then he can try and rout my lights. And so I haven't really taken much care of these units over here, so I'm gonna try and charge up some reinforcements, more Voltigeurs that are heavily damaged, but those have good range. They can outshoot his musketeers, so that'll be good. My Fusiliers are also coming back to aid my soldiers, and I'm gonna take a cavalry charge at them. We'll see this. It does get decimated pretty bad. Watch them take out my cavalry. But I do manage to disrupt his line while sacrificing my cavalry pretty bad. So, in my mind, probably wasn't the best strategy, but his artillery were firing on my cavalry, which also took out some of his own troops, which is nice. So those are damaged pretty well now and disarrayed. And his musketeers over here are pretty badly wounded, but I just didn't want to retreat these soldiers. I didn't want to risk him charging up the ridge and regaining some footing on the ridge. So that cavalry charge was basically to buy me time to get these reinforcements set up, which I managed to set up in just a moment. And we'll take a look at my left flank. Where are my horsemen? My horsemen are once again walking, not charging. But yeah, my plan was once again I took out his 1 howitzer unit, and my plan was to take out his other, I believe, or I might have just charged his life guard horse, which probably wasn't the best idea, even though my lancers would have done pretty good. I'm not sure what I do, but we'll see. I'll just keep an eye on the mini-map and show them. But yes, I'm gonna charge these chasseurs up further, get in range, and we're gonna take a quick look at my charge, my cavalry charge. So yes, I take out his other units of artillery over here, so that's good, and I'm gonna retreat those. And now we're gonna go back here and watch the main battle. watch my soldiers get shot up while his do too. So these chasseurs are pretty badass. They've been holding the line pretty well now, even under constant artillery fire and holding 2 units down, which is pretty awesome. But they're getting lit up pretty bad, but are able to demoralize the soldiers into retreating of his troops, which is good. He probably should have brought up more another unit of his soldiers, or at least his general staff, to basically not support his soldiers, but just give moral support, I guess. I don't know. These soldiers are out of ammo, I believe, so now I'm gonna do a cavalry charge, but that kind of fails. They're demoralized, but still props to them, they're pretty badass. And as you can see over here, I finally run away from his soldiers with my horsemen. My horsemen are gonna retreat because, once again, these are lifeguards. I don't really notice what kind of units I'm fighting against. Probably should start doing that, but yeah, I just noticed that the morale bar was pretty low. So yeah, morale, yeah, I kind of screwed that up. But I should have noticed that here and retreated my men, but they were gonna rout pretty much anyways. But yeah, his artillery probably should have concentrated on something else, like maybe my reserves still. So I do manage to blow up that house, which, yay, that's nice. And here, my horsemen are going to try and get around him. I don't know how well that works, I believe. Yeah, that doesn't work too well. I noticed that he notices me, and he's going to attack me, and basically get rid of my other horsemen units. But, do I have one more? No, I don't have any more horsemen except my general staff. So now that I've taken the ridge, and I basically took out most of his left, his left flank, I'm gonna charge up my reserves and attack his front line. And I've also taken out most of his left flank, most of his horses, and he only has one artillery left, which shouldn't be much of a problem, because I have 1 artillery left too. But my artillery doesn't play much of a role in this battle, aiding me or anything like that. So he does have his musketeers here, but I've basically finished with them. I'm just like, I'm not gonna take any more of this crap, and so I'm just gonna attack them, charge, whatever, that works. And basically, I'm slightly winning this battle because, once again, I have the ridge. He is holding me there, and I probably should have done something like try to flank around him, but I did not. And he is able to hold the base of the ridge for quite a while. But these men are basically going to run past his musketeers and suicide charge at this dang 20-pounder unicorn that's been basically blowing my infantry to smithereens. So I'm going to line these men up and rearrange them so they're facing them pretty well. And we're going to just attack them. And I'm going to have my general come in right now. Not right this second, but eventually I'm going to have my general go up and provide a good morale support to the soldiers. Know that the general's nearby and ready to aid them. But yeah, he doesn't do anything about his general here, which is at a good chance of getting shot by some stray bullets, especially since my line overlaps his. But he doesn't seem to care. And he was able to rout these chasseurs that were going to charge at his cannons. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. The unicorns, but yeah, so that sucked. So as you can see, my ammunition's gone. I believe it's in these Voltiers, probably, because they've been firing for quite a while. So I'm going to charge them up in just a moment. But we're going to watch the real action go down over here, because my right flank doesn't really matter at this point. I'm satisfied with what's going on. He does manage to take out this line of Volunteers over here. Grenadiers, my bad. But my Young Guard's gonna hold strong, hold the front, and this is good right here because my soldiers are protected by this building, this little house, by these soldiers, and they haven't lost one soldier yet because I believe these men are focused on my elite, which are holding the middle pretty well. And so now this is the time when I am going to send my chasseurs. They're walking just so they won't get tired, but I'm gonna have them run up eventually and aid these soldiers because right now he does outnumber my soldiers, and my Young Guard is taking quite a lot of hits and are getting demoralized, which is not good. So I noticed this, and I noticed that my soldiers were out of ammo, could not shoot, so they're going to take one final charge and try and break the enemy line, which is good because they're out of rank, so it's going to be difficult for my opponent to shoot them down, which is nice. So I'm going to take a charge at them. Let's see how that goes. And riflemen, skirmishers aren't really known for their melee attacks, but that's fine. I'm just going to watch them route over here. He's moving his army up, his musketeers up. I don't know really why. Pretty sure they were in range and they were doing fine. But, that's because my Fusilier line arrived, and that did well. And so yeah, my musketeer, his musketeers, never mind. They routed my skirmishers, like I said they probably would. So I'm just going to keep on charging his left flank, which is my right flank, until I can finally break line. And so my Young Guard, I brought up my general, and not yet, I didn't bring him up yet, my bad. But my Young Guard's basically taken a lot of hits, and they're dying pretty bad, but they're such an elite unit that they really don't care. They're just gonna keep on fighting to the end. And my Old Guard over here is another elite unit. They routed his musketeer line over there, and his light infantry, I believe, is getting pretty demoralized because he's seeing that his line's breaking. And he doesn't really do much about it. Like I said, he's a newbie at this game, much like I was when I played it. He was a camper, and campers, if you camp right, you'll win, especially against like newbies like me. Most campers that know how to play the game will win, but whatever. He didn't really know how to play the game too well, so I'll take advantage of that. And his musketeers are almost routed, and basically he has little chance because I was smart and left some reserve troops, and I have no soldiers left on the ridge, but that doesn't really matter right now. I'm not sure, maybe some of them will regroup. But basically, he's pretty much finished in this battle. I rout his last musketeer line, and my general staffs here, they were getting shot up pretty bad. I don't remember when I brought them in, but yeah, they got there eventually, and they got shot up pretty bad by stray bullets and I believe artillery. No artillery. But yeah, I did something really dumb here and decided I want to take some glory away from him and charge his 20-pound unicorn with my general staff, and also his general staff. I was going to basically be a badass and fight it out. So we'll just watch that close up. Yeah. As you can see, at first it's like I was doing well, but really I don't stand much of a chance. He had more of his general staff left than I did, so he should rout me, even though I have soldiers firing back. They're also hitting my general staff. So yeah, my general runs away, and his general chases after him, but they're running into the line of fire, and they're gonna get shot up. Eventually, yeah. He still has his 20-pounder unicorn, which doesn't really do anything much more. They'll have some cannon fire on my soldiers, but that won't really matter. So as you can see, I have a square here because I didn't know if he's going to charge back, but it also allows me to shoot him from every direction as he runs past me. And so I took notice that some of his troops didn't run away entirely from the battle. I did kill his general, which is nice, but I basically had the battle from here, and he doesn't have much of a chance, so we're just going to fast forward to this part and basically just wrap it up. I did take out his last unit of unicorns, which was nice. And these soldiers, they weren't even facing the right way, I don't think, or they might have been, but they weren't really firing back because they're scared. And yeah, he doesn't really do much from here. He basically knows it's done, and his micromanagement in this game was nowhere near as good as mine, and that says a lot about his skill level, because mine, when it comes to this game, isn't very good either. But yeah, we're just gonna fast forward to this, and you can basically imagine what's gonna happen. Yeah, soon to be. It already is, basically. So yeah, we're just gonna watch his horsemen get shot up, and they're gonna surrender probably. Yeah, but it's nice to see them surrender and get shot up on the way back. So that's basically it. I win. I would say good match to you, Philip, but you camped for most of it. Actually, you didn't camp. So good match to you. I did have more soldiers than you, but I basically outmaneuvered you. And yeah, but good match to you. And hopefully I can play some more of this and get more good battles for you guys, and hopefully I'll play even better opponents in the future. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys. Bye.
There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves